Myself Jayashree Purohit. I am your English teacher. Today I am going to teach you poem The Village School Master, written by Oliver Goldsmith. Oliver Goldsmith. Now I am giving introduction of this poet. Oliver Goldsmith was an Anglo-Irish poet. Anglo-Irish poet. He was an Anglo-Irish poet. He was not only a poet, he was a dramatist and also a good novelist. See children, here he born on 10th November 1728 in Longfield. When he was born children? 10th November 1728. Where? In Longfield. Yes. Now see children, he was a doctor. He got degree in Doctor of Medicine. He got degree in Doctor of Medicine, but he never practiced as a doctor. He never practiced. He got degree, but he was never practiced as a doctor. He has so much interest in writing poems and novels and dramas. And his parents, Oliver Goldsmith's father was Reverend Charles Goldsmith, and mother Anna Johns Goldsmith. Anna Johns Goldsmith. See his parents, father Reverend Charles Goldsmith and mother Anna Johns Goldsmith. He was born on 10th November 1724. But children, when he was 8 years of old, he was severely attacked by smallpox and he became very weak. Physically, he became very much weak due to the attack of smallpox. I am seeing here his great works. His great works, The Traveller, this is a poem, long poem. Okay? Vicar of Wakefield, Vicar of Wakefield. The Traveller was his long poem. The Vicar of Wakefield and the Deserted Village. Deserted Village. This is also a long poem only written by Oliver Goldsmith. Now I am going to teach you the Village of Schoolmaster is the extract of Deserted Village. From this poem only, this poem extracted. And he died. He died in the year, he died on 4th April 1774. See children, in a prematurely early age only he died because of misdiagnosis of kidney infection. His disease was misdiagnosed by doctors and gave him treatment, but he died on 4th April 1774. In early age only he was expired. This is about Oliver Goldsmith. Okay. Now see children, I will go to the poem The Village Schoolmaster by giving model reading and explanation of this poem. The Village Schoolmaster, written by Oliver Goldsmith. Beside on straggling fence that skirts the way with blossomed forge unprofitably gay. See how was the school? The school was surrounded by a fence. The school was surrounded by a fence and it is out of the village. Outskirts means out of the village. That school was out of the village and it was surrounded by fence. With blossomed furze unprofitably gay. Blossomed furze means mass of flower. There was varieties of flowers in that school. And furze means children, grass. See here. Fence means boundary. Fence means boundary. There was a boundary around the school. Next, furze means grass. There was a grass in the school premises and there was varieties of flowers in that school premises and it is out of the city, out of the village that school was situated. There in his mansion, skilled to rule, the village master taught his little school. Mansion. Mansion means a large impressive house. Large impressive house. This is calling as mansion. Mansion means a large impressive house, big house. The schoolmaster was staying in a big house, mansion. It was a mansion he was staying. But school, he was working in a small little school he was working. He wants to teach the children, so he was working in that school. That school was out of the village. It was very small school, but the schoolmaster was staying in a mansion, means a large impressive house he was staying, but he is working in a small school. A man severe he was and stern to view. I knew him well and every traunt knew. See here, how he looks. That schoolmaster, when children see him, he looks very strict and stern, means very serious type of person. That schoolmaster was very serious type of person. When children see him, they understand him that he is very strict and very serious person. And what happened? Not only the children who is coming to school, but also who left the school without his permission, who left the school, they also know very well about the teacher that he was very strict one. Well had the boarding trembles learned to trace the day's disaster in his morning face. See, when children coming to school, first they are going to watch the face of the teacher. That teacher face they were watching, schoolmaster face, how it is. If he is in good mood, they became expert by watching his face only. They were taking decision whether sir is in good mood or in bad mood. Morning only when children coming to school, no, that time only they were going to observe the face of the schoolmaster. Whether if the face is good, they were thinking, sir is in good mood. If the face is not in a good position or good mood, that they were thinking, no, today something is there. He is not in a good mood. He is in a serious mood. They were thinking, they were taking the decision about a school master. Full well they laughed with counterfeit glee at all his jokes, for many a joke had he. He was making jokes. See, teacher means he may be serious, he is doing jokes in the classroom, he is teaching, he is laughing, children also laughing. It is in everywhere it is okay. Okay, what happened here, children? That schoolmaster, if he is in a good mood, he was making jokes to children. And if the children understanding or not, but they were laughing loudly. Sir did joke, sir is laughing means they were also happy. Without understanding the joke only, they were starts to laugh loudly because they were happy that sir is in good mood. Full well the busy whisper circling round conveyed the dismal tiding when he frowned. Whisper means what, children? Talking slowly, conveying something. Talking slowly. See, in your classroom also you are doing like so, no? If you want to say anything to your friends in the classroom, when teacher is there, that time you are talking very slowly and conveying the message to that student. Is it? Like so, here also happening the same. If sir is in good mood and if he is making jokes, all children are laughing loudly. If he is in bad mood, that they were conveying the message to whole classroom only. Sir is in not good mood, he is in angry mood. Like so, they were conveying the message and they are also sitting quiet in the classroom when sir is in not good condition or mood. Yet he was kind or if severe in aught. Aught means sign of anger. Aught. Sign of anger. Okay, whatever the matter, if he is angry or if he is happy, but his intention is to teach the children. Whatever, he may be in good condition, good happy mood, or he may be anger, whatever it may be, but the main intention of that schoolmaster was to teach the kids. The love he bore to learning was in fault. The village all declared how much he knew. See, why he is in that mood means he has so much interest in teaching the children. He wants to make children to read, children to write, and he wants to make good citizens. That kids should be future good citizens. So he was making so much struggle with the children. No? So one time he becoming very serious. And village people also know very well about him, and they were always thinking how much he knew, how much matters he know, how much things he know about how much things he know and how much he kept in his mind. They all were surprised and always they were thinking about that schoolmaster in this manner. Bore means children here drilling. Drilling. They were whatever he wants to give drilling to the children about studies only. He was always thinking to teach the children and make them good students. So he was sometimes he may be serious about studies, but the village people they were thinking that how much he know about all matters. All matters he know about field, about children. Whatever you may ask, he was ready to give answer for that matter. So all village people they were very shocked that how much he know about all the matters. Twas certain he could write and cipher too. Lands he could measure, terms and tides, phrases, and even the story ran that he could gauze in arguing too. See here, he know everything that about land, about gazing the land, means how much land is there. He is giving sudden answer. He know everything. Whatever going on in the village about field, about whatever you may ask, he was ready to give the answer. All are taking help of him to write a letter or to gaze the land, whatever it may be, that all are asking his help because he know all things very well. So he is very famous in arguing. Argument, you know, giving sudden reply. Sudden reply. Argument means giving sudden reply to others. He was very famous arguing also. Argument means giving sudden reply to anyone. If they said anything, if we suddenly reply to their question means or whatever statement they are doing, no, if we are giving against statement to them, it is calling as arguing. That schoolmaster, he was very famous in arguing with others also. He never failed. If anyone said anything, his reply was immediate and strong reply he was giving. So village people, they were thinking how much knowledge he got. They were always thinking that how intelligent he is, the schoolmaster, because he never failed to give answer. Whatever the question they may ask, whatever the statement they do, that immediately he was going to argue, and he had so much knowledge about all the subjects. In arguing to, the person owned his skill, for even though vanquished, he could argue still. Vanquished means defeat. In sometimes while arguing he may fail or defeat, but he won't show that one. He won't show to others that he is not able to give correct statement for this argument. But then also he was arguing in a loud voice. Whoever is there in front of him, they only become quiet with his arguments. He was so much strong, and his voice also so much strong and thundering, means so much loudly he was arguing with others in any matter. Maybe he know that he is fail in his arguments, then also he never stops to argue with others. While words of learned length and thundering sound amazed the gazing rustics ranged around. See here, thundering means extraordinary sound. Thundering. Extraordinary sound. When he starts to argue with others on any matter, on any subject, but his voice was coming so much extraordinary sound he was making and arguing with the village people. Okay, here rustics means villagers. Villagers. All were going around that schoolmaster and listening how he is arguing. With a loud voice he was arguing, no? All villagers, they stood around him and listening how much knowledge he had, how much loudly he is arguing. He is telling if he is wrong, then also he won't accept that one. He is telling he is right only, and he was arguing with a loud voice. And still they gazed, and still the wonder grew that one small head could carry all he knew. They were surprised with the schoolmaster. They see, only he also had only one head like us. Then also he is talking this much, he is arguing this much, he knew this much knowledge, he got this much knowledge about all subjects. That villagers, they were surprised, they shocked, they stunned because of their schoolmaster knowledge, arguing capacity, knowledge. They are also thinking, we also have one head, he also had one head, then how much things he is keeping in his head? They were thinking this type, and they were shocked, they were surprised with the schoolmaster's argument and about his knowledge. Okay children, this is the poem, The Village Schoolmaster. See, in your life, from LKG to now 9th standard you may have so many teachers, you may like so many teachers and you may dislike so many teachers. Yes or no? Yes. In our life also, we have faced so many teachers. Some are good to you. Maybe all teachers are good, all are having ambition of teaching the kids only. No one is bad. But according to your opinion, you are thinking that she is good, he is bad. This type you are discriminating. In your life also, you taught by so many teachers from LKG to 9th standard, and I think you you may remember few teachers that they are good. Like so, here the village schoolmaster, he was also good. But what happens? The children, they know on the face only, they have face reading of their schoolmaster whether he is happy or angry. Okay. Children, now I am going to explain you overall summary of this poem. Okay. The Village Schoolmaster, written by Oliver Goldsmith, and he born on 10th November 1728 and died on 4th April 1774. See here, he wrote about a schoolmaster. This is the extract from his long poem, The Deserted Village. See here, children, in your life also you know so many teachers. Like so, there was a teacher in a small village. That school was also very small, but it has boundary. It has fencing around the school. Inside the school, there was varieties of flowers and grass. But the teacher was living in a mansion. Mansion means a big impressive house he was living. But he is teaching in a small school because he have an aim of teaching the kids and making them educated. So what he did, by face he was very serious. And he won't do jokes always and he won't laugh. His nature was serious nature. But whatever happens when children, when morning he came to school, no, that children are going to read his face, whether sir is in good, happy mood or in an angry position. They were thinking and reading his face. By his face only they were understanding. If sir did jokes, they may understand or not, but they were starts to laugh loudly because they wants to make sir happy. So if sir did any joke, they may not understood means also they were laughing loudly. And if sir, his mood is off, immediately they were starts to tell to each other. Whole class will understand. Within 1 minute, whole class will understand that sir is angry now. So then they will sit quiet in the classroom. But children here see that village schoolmaster, he was extraordinary one. He had knowledge about all subjects. Maybe about land, maybe gazing the land, whatever you may ask. But his answer is ready. He was ready to give the answer on any matter. And he is very much enthusiastic to give arguments with others, village people. If they started arguing, he is also making his voice loud and starts to argue with them. He know he is wrong, he is defeating. Then also he won't show to that villagers that he is wrong. He is shouting loudly and he was arguing with the others. But his intention was good. He wants to teach the children. He was very serious about studies. So he was, sometimes he will become serious about the studies of the children. Thus villagers become shocked, surprised that we also have one head and he had also one head. How all these things he is keeping in his mind? That is the big shock for the villagers. And they will make a round around him and listening how he is arguing, how much matter he know. On any subject you raise the topic, he will talk. Means how genius he is. They were about schoolmaster, they were thinking that he is very great person and serious type person and he is arguing, but he is a kind hearted person. This is the overall summary of this poem, The Village Schoolmaster. I hope all of you understood this one. Okay children, I will give notes of this lesson tomorrow and you read the poem again and again and read the glossary. Then you are understanding this poem. Okay? Thank you.